Welcome, everybody, to Ackley Park here in Elk City, Oklahoma, where the Wildcats are facing off against the Route 66 Hot Rods of Sayre, Oklahoma. We'll get underway here in just a few minutes. We're doing the Macarena right now. So we're doing that, and then we'll get underway. We had a little shower, moved us all under the awning here. Really nice fields here in Elk City at Ackley Park. This is the tournament in which we're playing 2 pool play games this morning. So we play at 9. We'll play again at 12:45, and then we will determine what the rest of the day is going to look like. I think we'll have one tournament play game tonight as well. So we're just kind of waiting to see how everything ends up in pool play. Wildcats are Macarena-ing and ready. You can't see the Macarena because the camera's not turned to the left side of the field, but man, I thought, is that thunder? We're all paranoid about the rain now because it just like came out of nowhere. $12:45, we're going to play the Oklahoma Gold. This little team is the Route 66 Hot Rods that we'll be playing. It's fun to be back here in western Oklahoma. I believe we'll flip here and see who's going to be the home team. It only quit raining because you guys moved under the awning. If we'd have stayed out there, it'd have kept raining, obviously. All right, so the Wildcats are going to come to the plate. We're going to do a little coin toss. See who the home team's going to be. Looks as if at this point we just have one official umpire. So we have one, and that's it, 2? We will have 2? Okay. Just getting the rules here. It's kind of a strange day today here at Ackley Park with the weather, but you know, it's not really a Wildcat game unless there's a lot of wind. It's kind of what we do here. It's supposed to heat up today to 80 in theory. It is currently not 80, but we're going to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms off and on throughout the day. Probably some more this afternoon. We are in a severe weather watch today here in Elk City, looking for a high of 80. Winds are going to be from the south at 20 to 30, and so far it says we have a 90% chance of rain. So there's that. Only 90. So there's a 10% chance rain. It won't rain. So we're going to do that today. Tonight, partly cloudy and windy once again. Low near 55. South winds at 20 to 30. And then as we're looking again to tomorrow's supposed to be a really nice day out here. Sunny skies, high near 78 with winds only at 10 to 15. So not too shabby for tomorrow. As I mentioned, I will not get to be here tomorrow. I'm leaving on a jet plane to go to Washington, D.C. as part of a organization called NAFB. It's the National Association of Farm Broadcasters, which you probably didn't even know was a thing. And it is. So we're going to travel there. So the Wildcats will be the home team today. And the Hot Rods will be the visiting team. So the Wildcats will get ready. Corey Burson will be the pitcher today for the Wildcats in the circle. Peyton Johnson behind the plate catching for us. Thank you. Did you see the dogs outside? Were they okay? Okay. Jordan checked on them and they were okay. Wish don't need it to rain and pour into my car. Yeah. Yeah, it's there. So Wildcats will be the home team today, facing off against the Route 66 Hot Rods. Not raining right now. Cloudy skies, though. It looks like it's raining over everywhere. Lots of teams playing here today. I believe this tournament ended up with 14 or 15 teams in it. I think it capped out at 16. Not sure if we got it completely full. It was going to only be 12, and then they opened it up. So here we are at Ackley Park in Elk City. Back in the olden days when I played, we didn't have these amazing softball fields. It's so nice, too, because like the turf makes it to where the wind can't blow and the dirt can't blow in your face. So that's nice. Starting things off for the Hot Rods will be Peyton Leip. So Peyton will get ready. PJ going to give some encouragement to Corey Burson on the circle. And we'll get this thing started here. Game number 1 in pool play for the Wildcats. First pitch on the way, called outside for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch on the way to Leip. Outside for a ball 1. So 1-1 the count here to Peyton Leip for the Hot Rods. That one's called strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here to Peyton. That one's called for a ball. 2-2 count. Foul tip back our way. Peyton catches it off the net. Gives it back to the pitcher. Pitch on the way. Foul tip once again back to her own dugout there. I'm expecting these games to be 60 minutes. Usually pool play games are. With actual games 65 minutes. She hits that one over to second base. Scooped up by Hadley. Thrown over to Lanier for out number 1 for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Paisley Tyner. Pitch outside for ball 1. That one's hit over to second base as well. Hadley makes an attempt at it. Grabbed up, scooped up, thrown in. She'll arrive on safe. So 1 on and 1 out as Blaze Vaught steps into the batter's box. Too high for ball 1. One out for the Wildcats. No score here. Ball 2 call to Blaze. We have a scoreboard that's lit up and working. That makes us excited. That never really gets to happen. That one's called too high for ball 3. Runner on first for the Hot Rods. Pitch on the way, called low for a ball, and Blaze will take a walk. That'll bring up Emma Hurston. So runners on first and second. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss to Hurston. Hot Rods are going sleeveless today. A little chilly for that. Swing and a miss for strike 2. It's only about 60 right now. Foul tip back. It's in the grill, but I don't know what he wants to do with the sprinklers. That one's called for a ball. Pitch on the way. She knocks it down the third baseline. Lena Driscoll steps on her bag for out number 2. So a nice stop and play from Driscoll there at third base. So 2 outs here. No score with Miley Brax up. That one's called too high for ball 1. She hits that one over second base for a base hit, drops in. Ball thrown in quickly to first base, but Sadie wasn't quite ready. She wasn't looking, and that'll bring one across the plate for the Hot Rods. Pitch on the way, knocked over to shortstop. Driscoll tries to make the catch and misses it, and that'll bring another one across the plate for the Hot Rods. That'll bring up Ansley Perry inside for ball 1. So Ansley is going to step back in here. 2-0 the score. That one was a good place to miss, called for a ball. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Ansley Perry. Pitch on the way. That's called for a strike. 2 outs, 2-0. 2-1 pitch on the way to Perry. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Pitch on the way. Called low for a ball. So full count here to Ansley Perry. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out 3. So now the Wildcats will get an opportunity to bat. My bangs are blowing in my face. So Hot Rods get 2 across the plate there. Wildcats have not had the opportunity to bat just yet. They will get their chance now. So a couple of errors in the field for the Wildcats. Game 1 of pool play here today against the Route 66 Hot Rods of Sayre. Looks like Blaze Vaught will be the pitcher for the Hot Rods, and Paisley Tyner will be the catcher. So we'll take a few more warm-up pitches here. And then the Wildcats will take off. Wildcat batting lineup: Hadley French, followed by Payson, Elena, PJ, Devin, KJ, Kyler, Cross, Corey, Sadie, and Stella. So Hadley French going to start things off for the Wildcats. That'll be called for ball 1. Ball 2. That one's called for ball 3. So Hadley will step back in. 0-3 pitch on the way to French. That one's called for strike 1. So now Hadley's ready. Pitch on the way. That one's called strike 2. So full count here to Hadley French. That one's ball 4, and Hadley will take a walk. Here comes Payson Mormon for the Wildcats. Runner on first is Hadley French. So Payson will step in. Outside for a ball. Catcher throws to 2. Not in time, though. Safe. As Hadley with a fantastic slide into 2. Stolen base. So Payson will get ready to step back in. That one's called inside for a ball. 2-0 the count here to P. Moore. One's called ball as well. Hadley takes off for 3. Once again gets there in time. I thought her foot might not have been. She slid in. I was a little bit short. I was scared for a minute, but she got there. 3-0 count here to Payson Mormon. Inside, Payson takes a walk. That'll bring up number 15, Elena Driscoll for the Wildcats with runners on the corners in scoring position. So Blaze Vaught, the pitcher, outside for a ball. Takes off to 2 once again, but this time Tyner decides not to throw to 2, so now the Wildcats with runners on second and third in scoring position with Driscoll at the bat. Pitch on the way, foul tip back. She hits that one up to shortstop. They tag there at 1 and throw the one to 1. They drop the ball, thankfully, but Wildcats did get one across the plate. So 1 out, throw to first, not in time. Here comes PJ Peyton Johnson, the catcher for the Wildcats. Ball 1.
Go PJ. PJ being hitter, baby. Bat on ball. You got the win.
That one's called for a ball. So all tied up at 2 apiece here. PJ in the batter's box. She knocks that one. Nice base hit up the middle. Get a glove on it, but she missed it. Dropped the ball. So PJ with a nice base hit. I think we got 2 runs. Yes, I believe so. We'll verify. But we had 2 on base with Hadley and Payson. Call for strike 1 there to Devin Poff.
Go, Devin.
It's called outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count here to Devin Poff. Runner on second and third for the Wildcats. Wild pitch gets past the catcher, but Wildcats will stay there. Driscoll on third. PJ back on 2. Devin D-Money Poff in the batter's box for the Wildcats with a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss there to Poff. Blaze Vaught pitching today for the 66 Hot Rods.
Go, Devin.
She hits that one over to shortstop. Throw to first will be in time for out number 2. Ball gets past the third baseman as they attempt a third. That'll bring PJ in and Driscoll in. So now the Wildcats lead 4-2.
Let's go, KJ.
KJ Johnson gets ready. Steps in. No runners on for the Wildcats. That one's called inside for ball 1. Pitch on the way to KJ. Inside for ball 2. Stillman said, let the ball hit you. KJ said, no. No, that hurts. High pop fly over to first base. Drops in for a base hit as KJ gets on. That'll bring up Kyler Taylor for the Wildcats. Wildcats now lead 4-2 over the Hot Rods. Game 1 of pool play. These games about 60 minutes long. Wildcats the home team this time. Here comes Kyler's pitch. Hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop makes the throw. Not in time as she dropped the ball. Here comes Crossley Marple for the Wildcats. Kyler Taylor there on first. Kinsley Johnson on third. 2 outs. 4-2 the score. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Marple.
Head down, babe. Let's go.
Kyler now on 2. KJ on 3. Cross looking for a base hit for the Wildcats. That's called strike 2.
Closer to the plate. There you go. Head down.
Pitch on the way. She hits that one over the pitcher's head. Will drop in for a nice base hit. There comes KJ. Run number 5 for the Wildcats. And a nice base hit for Cross. Wait, we're saying Kyler's out for 1 moment. If Kyler's out, that's going to be 3 outs. But we're going to wait and see. I guess it is going to be 3 outs. They're going to call Kyler for obstruction there. So we're just getting some clarification. Usually if you're going to call obstruction, you have to be on the right side of the pathway. Kyler was not. But again, it's one of those things to where when they make the call, they're going to make the call. We just have to figure out how to compensate with that and go forward. So the Wildcats will get 3 outs, but they also got 5 runs across the plate. So the Wildcats now lead 5-2. I believe Gentry Yoakum will be up to bat for the Hot Rods. Tomorrow, if you can position the camera where they can see the scoreboard, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? So Corey Burson going to throw a few warm-up pitches here, and we'll go back and get ready. Wildcats on top 3-2. We never did figure out the Facebook thing, you guys. We tried 5 different ways to get it to broadcast on the Facebook page, but we couldn't make it happen. Facebook has changed their policies, and so when they do that, they don't really ever tell us until you try to go live or do the things. I have 5. I have 5. So now it's 2-3. So I guess the last 2 runs did not count that got across the plate. We're just Well, I mean, I can't keep the book if the runs got canceled, so you're going to have to let me know. Game Changer has it as 2-3. So, 2-3. So they took away the last 2 runs that got across because of Kyler. Not because of Kyler, but because of the out. They called Kyler on. So 2-3 is the score right now. Umpires quick to let us know that they are not keeping score. So this will be Gentry Yoakum that steps in for the Hot Rods. Pitch on the way, called high for ball 1. Second pitch on the way, called for ball 2. So the Wildcats still with the lead, 3-2 here. Ackley Park in Elk City, Oklahoma today. It's about a 2-hour drive from Oklahoma City. Head over to the dugout of the Hot Rods there. Lanier's going to pick it up, give it back to Corey. So Yoakum steps back in. That one's called low for a ball for ball 3. 3-1 count here to Gentry. That one's called inside for ball 4, and Gentry Yoakum will take a walk. Annabelle Hagerman will step back in. Get ready for the Hot Rods. A little tiny and mighty there. Outside pitch for ball 1. PJ holds the runner at 1. Pitch on the way. Hit over down the first baseline. Lanier grabs it, steps on her bag for out number 1. Throws over to 2. Kyler Taylor makes the stop. Comes Cortland Drake for the Hot Rods. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Drake. 2-3 the score. Wildcats up by 1. Top of the second. Outside for a ball. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Gentry Yoakum back there on 2 for the Hot Rods. Drake steps back in. Outside for a ball. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So now 2 outs for the Wildcats. Drake goes down swinging. That brings us back to the top of the lineup with Peyton Lipe here. It's hit over second base, so a drop-in base hit there. KJ's going to come get it, throw it home, making the toss in time, and we got her! Nice play! Nice play from KJ to PJ to get the out at home. Nice play, nice play. So 2-3 the score here. Hot Rods didn't get any that time. Batting lineup for the Wildcats will be Corey, Sadie, and Stella. Wildcats versus the Hot Rods, pool play game number 1 here at Ackley Park in Elk City. It's warmed up 2 degrees, 62 now. You guys brace yourselves. Somehow we're supposed to get to 80 today. It feels like a long way away. Wind has died down a little bit, which is nice. A little bit. I'm not, still like 20, but not as crazy. Umpires can feel that 2 degrees. They've taken off their jackets. We are not feeling it just yet. We've still got hoodies on. So we'll get back to play as Corey Burson, who's been in the circle, did a fantastic job so far here for the Wildcats today. The pitcher will step in and get ready. So here comes Corey. Wildcats on top 2-3 here. This is the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Outside for ball 1. One pitch on the way to Burson. Foul tipped over backwards. Sadie and Stella on deck for the Wildcats. Pitch on the way to Burson. Too high for a ball. 2-2, the count here to Corey. Outside for ball 3. So full count here to Burson. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Drop strike 3. Throw 2-1 for out number 1. They'll bring up Sadie Lanier. So Lanier steps in. She'll let a nice base hit over to left field, falls in. Here comes Stella Malwick. So Lanier on first for the Wildcats. Here comes Stella. Stella steps in to get ready. Wildcats on top 2-3. Stella swinging a miss the first one. Lanier thinks about 1, decides to go on back. 2, excuse me. Here comes Stella. Too high for a ball. Lanier takes off again, goes back. 1 out. Wildcats on top 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 pitch on the way to Malwick. Inside for a ball. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Out 2 for the Wildcats. Back to the top of the lineup for the Wildcats with Hadley French. Hadley got walked her last at bat. Swing and a miss for strike 1 there. Lanier takes off for 2. Almost hit her, but she arrives safely on the bag. So Lanier with the stolen base back there on 2. Hadley French is going to step back in. Nice bunt laid down by Hadley. That one's going to roll foul. Nice throw from the catcher there for the Hot Rods. She's not afraid to throw it. She's made some good throws today at 2 and 1. So 0-2 the count here to Hadley French. 2 outs for the Wildcats. Runner on second is Lanier back there. The nice base hit over to left field earlier. That was strike 3. So Wildcats on top. 3-2 so far here. They'll play again at 12:45 against the Oklahoma Gold. So as we go back out, Devin's going to be over there in right. Marple's in center. I believe we started pretty close to on time for this game. First game in pool play, second game in pool play happens this afternoon at 12:45 here at Ackley Park. Then those 2 games will determine what time we play a little bit later this afternoon or evening. So Paisley Tigner, the batter for the Hot Rods. Pitch called outside for ball 1. Tigner got a base hit to second her last at bat. High pop fly over to first base, drops in for a foul ball. One ball, 1 strike to count here to Tigner. Called for ball 2. Two, 3 the score. Wildcats on top. This is the top of the 3rd. Burson's pitch hit over to center field for a base hit. Here comes the pitcher, Blaze Vaught, for the Hot Rods. No outs. 3-2 the score. Outside pitch for ball 1. KJ playing second base now for the Wildcats. Payson's there at shortstop. Driscoll at 3rd. Lanier at 1. Outside for a ball. Throw over, not quite in time, but a nice throw by PJ.
Good throw. Hey, good throw, PJ.
So stolen base there from Tigner.
You got one strike, Corey.
Blaze Vaught steps back in. Tigner, a quick little base runner. She gets around there pretty fast. So now Tigner on third in scoring position for the Hot Rods, with the runner tying run there at third. Blaze Vaught back in. Too high for a ball. Three-one count to Tigner, or excuse me, to Vaught. There's a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Blaze Vaught. Inside pitch, and Blaze Vaught will walk. Her second walk of the day. That'll bring up Emma Hastron. Outside pitch for ball 1. Emma steps back in. No outs. Hit up the middle for a base hit. That'll score 1 for sure. Throw to home. Runner! And 2 get across the plate. That brings up Maylee Brax. She had a base hit to right field, her last at bat. PJ holds the runner at third there. I don't know if you guys can see the skies, but they look super weird here in Elk City. Looks like it's raining at the baseball field. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 1. No outs. 4-3 the score, now with the Hot Rods on top. So the Wildcats got to get some outs here. Outside for a ball. Brax will step back in. 2-1 pitch on the way to Brax. Outside for a strike. So 2-2 here the count. Wildcats trail 4-3, no outs. Bottom of the third. Excuse me, top of the third. Foul tip back. Strike 2. 2-2 count. What happened there? Okay. I couldn't see because the umpire's in my way. I think the ball fell out of Corey's glove and it scored a run across the plate there. So now the score 5-3. No outs. 5-3 the score. Hot Rods on top here. Inside for a ball. And Miley Brax will take a walk. That'll bring up Jaden Holder. Holder had a base hit to shortstop, her last at bat.
Let's go, Wildcat!
Outside pitch for ball 1.
Let's go, Wildcat! From the line!
Pitch on the way. That one's called a strike. Pitch on the way here to Perry. Hit over to short. Accidentally kicked by Payson Moorman. So we'll run over to get it. Stella throws it in to third base, not quite in time. So PJ going to take a minute, go talk to her pitcher, give a little bit of encouragement for the Wildcats here. Wildcats do not have any outs, and the score is 5-3. This will bring up Ansley Perry. High pop fly. PJ attempts it. Lost sight of it there as it was really high into the sky. So that'll be strike one. So 1-1 count here to Ansley Perry. Perry will step back in and get ready. Good place to miss there for ball two. 2-1 the count here. Swing and a miss for strike two. 2-2 the count here to Ansley Perry. Wildcats trail 5-3. That one's called inside for a ball. So full count here. Ansley Perry struck out her last at bat. That one's called inside for a ball. She'll walk this time. That'll bring up Gentry Yoakum. Gentry walked her last at bat. So Tony Driscoll going to take a minute to talk about it. Looks like Kyler Taylor's going to warm up for the Wildcats. Not sure how much. Did you guys see what time we started the game? Was it pretty close to 10 or 9, like on time-ish? On time-ish? I think it was. Maybe on time-ish.
Make an adjustment on the mound. Slide over a little bit. Come on around.
So just doing some warm-up pitching here for the Wildcats as Kyler Taylor's going to enter for the Wildcats to pitch. 5-3 is the score. Wildcats don't have any outs, so we're going to need to get some of those. Although, you can only score 6 in one run, or in one inning, excuse me. So as we go back here, Gentry Yoakum, who walked her last at bat, will get ready and step in. Wildcats trail 5-3. That one's called for strike one.
Really?
Listen, I'm kind of a big deal. How are you? Did you do the starting lineups for them? I do. That was your voice. Good to see you. Did we hit her? Okay.
Take your time, Kyler. Good girl. Wildcat defense on the high.
Gentry Yoakum will step in and get ready. Ball gets past PJ. One gets across the plate. So now 6-3 the score. I just saw Elk City native Sean Wilson. He's doing the, I asked him if he was doing the intros for our opposing team, and he said yes. Ball 2, excuse me. Sean Wilson, play-by-play for the Elk City Elks. And he and I used to sing at weddings together, if you can believe that. Some entertaining times when Sean and I were singing. Taylor's pitch on the way here. Strike one, inside corner. So 2-1. The count here to Gentry Yoakum. Pitch on the way called for a ball.
Skylar, you and PJ, you're good.
3-1 the call to Gentry Yoakum here. That one's called inside for ball 4. That'll bring up Cortland Drake. Drake struck out her last at bat. Pitch on the way outside for a ball.
Wildcats!
7-3 the score.
Get talking!
Pitch on the way high for a ball. No outs, 7-3. Hot Rods just need one more across the plate to get to 6. Too high for a ball. Runners on first, second, and third for the Hot Rods with no outs. 7-3 the score. With Cortland Drake in the batter's box for the Hot Rods. Inside for a ball. So we'll walk a run home there, and that will be 6, I believe, across the plate there. Or not? Yeah, it is. Okay. So 8-3 the score here. Ackley Park in Elk City. Pool play game number 1 for the Wildcats. We play again at 12:45 against the Oklahoma Gold. Wind blowing here at Ackley Park with cloudy skies. They said, in theory, it's supposed to get up to 80 today, but we have not seen that as of yet. It is, I think, 70 right now. Feels like 70. Had a little shower earlier. We may see another one throughout the day, but there's a lot of coverage here, like at Ackley Park, so you can get out of the rain if you need to. Payson Mormon will be up for the Wildcats, followed by Elena Driscoll, PJ, Devin, and KJ, all on deck. Blaze Vaught still pitching for the Hot Rods. Hot Rods record 8-6 from Sayre, Oklahoma. All right, Paymore looking for a base hit here, getting something going for the Wildcats. Wildcats have got to have some scores across here. That one's called a ball for too high. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Too low, but they're going to say she's check swung, so that'll be strike 1. So 1-1 the count here to Paymore. Outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Payson. Too low for a ball. 3-1 the count to Payson. Payson walked her last at bat as well. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Full count to Payson. Outside for a ball, and Payson takes her second walk of the day. That brings up Elena Driscoll. Driscoll had a hit to shortstop. Her last at bat. So now the Hot Rod's going to take a minute to talk about it. I don't have any idea on the time of the game or when it started. Do we start on time? About 54. Okay. So not a ton of time left in this game. 8-3 the score with Driscoll up to bat. Pitch on the way. Foul tip back. Payson's going to arrive safely on 2 with a stolen base. She'll have to go right on back. They're going to tell her she has to go back since it was foul. Outside pitch. Called for a strike. I feel like Corey threw that same exact pitch the whole time, and it was never called a strike, but we'll let it go. We'll let it go. We'll let it go. So 0-2 count here to Driscoll, as Paisley Tigner's going to tie her shoe behind the plate. Once again, Wildcats after this game will not play again until 12:45. So a little bit of a break in between. So Tigner back in action. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll bring up Peyton Johnson. PJ with a great hit out to center field. Base hit last time at bat. We're hoping for the same this time. 1 out. 8-3 the score. Wynn picking up here. And a great hit over to left field. Gets past the left fielder. Here comes Payson Mormon around the bag. So Payson will for sure get across to make it 4. PJ going to stop on a nice triple for PJ. What a hit, what a hit. That'll bring up Devin Poff. Devin going to keep it going for the Wildcats here. Runner on third is PJ. That one's called for strike 1. Ooh, a nice hit once again from Devin all the way back to the fence. That's going to bring PJ across for sure. Devin rounding 2 with Wheels. Wheels coming in. She's going to make it all the way to home safely. Home run, home run, home run. Devin Poff. So Wildcats with some momentum here with a triple and then a home run from Devin Poff. Eight to 6, so just like you heard Stillman say, yes, we're going to have to get the runs this inning because time will expire. However, I believe we're going to bring in a new pitcher here for the Hot Rods at the last moment. Not sure who the pitcher is. I can't see the number. Okay, so the pitcher is going to be Emma Hurston. So the Wildcats do have an opportunity here, just 1 out. They trail right now, 8-6. So here comes Kinsley Johnson, who had a great fly to second base, right over the second baseman's head, dropped in for a base hit, her last at bat. Pitch on the way to KJ. First one swing and a miss. Eight 8-6 the score. That one's called outside for a ball. 1 out. This is the bottom of the third for the Wildcats. Ball 2. 2-1 pitch on the way here to KJ. Outside for a ball.
Hey, it's got to be pretty, KJ. Battle ball, kid. Don't let PJ get 2 hits on you. Come on.
Pitch on the way. Hit, nice base hit down the first base line, and it's going to stay fair. Gets past the right fielder. She's going to throw it in, so KJ with a stand-up second double over to right field.
Let's go.
That brings up Kyler Taylor. 1 out. Muscles back there on 2. She's ready to run on home. Kyler Cross, Corey, and Sadie all on deck for the Wildcats. So Kyler steps in. Kyler had a hit to shortstop, her last at bat. Strike 1. So Kyler waits for the sign. Something smells good. Are they making onion burgers? What is that? Smells delightful over here. Pitch on the way to Kyler. Attempt at a bunt. Called for strike 1. So 1-1 count here to Taylor.
Hey, Wildcats, let's go. Right here, Kyler, base hit.
Pitch on the way to Taylor. Lays down a fantastic bunt. Throw will be made to first, but not in time. Gets past first base. Here comes KJ across the plate for run number 7. Still running. Kyler, they bobbled it. And Kyler with an in-the-field park home run to tie things up for the Wildcats.
Crossley.
So now the Wildcats have tied up the ball game at 8 apiece with Crossley Marple up to bat. Marple had a nice base hit to center, her last at bat. 1 out. Outside for strike 1. They're going to call that for a strike.
Let's go, Cross.
So 0-1 the count here to Crossley. Outside. Thankfully, they're not going to call that one a strike.
Here we go, 9. Head down, babe. Let's go.
So 1-1 count here to Marple. All tied up at 8 apiece. 1 out. Inside for strike 2.
Hey, don't watch it. Let's go, babe. Be aggressive.
Let's go, Nines! So Marple going to have to protect here. There's strike 3. So Crossley goes down watching. She should have hit the first one. That was the best one. Here comes Corey Burson. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Okay, so we're going to call time, and it's a tie ball game. So time has been called. Not sure what that means for pool play, but the Wildcats tie it up 8 apiece. We'll be back here at 12:45 to face off against the Oklahoma Gold. Once again, tie 8-8. See you guys at 12:45.